I think they see it as a necessary evil. I always saw it as a player. Obviously it's different because we're full time, but gone are the days where players come back and they need beaten into shape. You know, they're all very vain about their own body, so you haven't got to ever have to worry about them coming back unfit.
I think people might be surprised to see that balls are out and football is happening on the first sort of full day of pre-season training. Does that show how things have changed?
No, not really, but you know, one of our ethos has always been to use balls, because you know you're going to get fitness using balls, and you're going to use balls when you play games, and you're not going to do a lot. I know you do some running off the ball, but you know everything's got to be centred around the ball, and we try and use as much as possible.
It's not long until you start playing pre-season games as well. Is it a case of getting the hard work in for the first week or so in preparation for that, or is that all part of the programme?
It's all part of the plan, you know. Ideally you want to be top peak condition for the first game of the season, not the first pre-season game. But you know, the work will be interspersed with the games, and you know the rest will be added accordingly.
You've added half a dozen at the moment. You've also got a few trialists in with you, and you've got the youth team working with you as well. Is that something you're keen to carry on, having a larger group to work with?
It just gives us a chance to get to know the youth team, to be honest. That's something I've pushed for, and something that we'll implement over the season. And you know, it gives them a natural progression, and gives them an eye on what they've got to do to achieve the goal, which is to be a professional football. A
few new faces in there, including Ross Etheridge, who's only just signed to give you that goalkeeping position. I believe there's another goalkeeper going to be coming in on a permanent deal. It's a bit of a change of ethos, that, isn't it?
Well, we've got 2 goalies boxed off, and that's something I was keen to do. You know, I don't think I've ever had a reckon time where I've had 2 goalkeepers signed, so that'll be a change for the better, I hope. And you know, hopefully they'll both hit the ground running.
On the other end of the pitch, with Billy Key and Sean McConville and Adam Morgan coming in, you've suddenly got real attacking options.
We have, and you know, we've also got players who can play behind them, who can, you know, add attacking prowess to our game. But it's an overall thing. You know, we have to certainly concede a lot less than what we did last season, and that comes from defending higher up the pitch. How
much do you look forward to it all just getting started? First league
fixture? I've had a good break. You know, we did have a long stretch last year because we managed in the summer with Sligo, so our season was a lot longer than everybody else's. But I've had a good break. I'm really refreshed, and I've been looking forward to this for the past week. So I'm glad it's finally here and we can get stuck into it.
Yet again, bookmakers' favourites for relegation. Do you pay any attention anymore, or is it just par for the course?
One day they'll learn, won't they?